Hello all Hollywood Western Wardrobe fans. This video is going to be part one of a two-part series, and that is because the companies that I keep ordering the spur straps from that I want, every company keeps sending me something completely different. So I figured I'd go ahead and shoot this video and talk about why I did what I did and let you guys kind of follow along here. So in the movie Tombstone, Val Kilmer wears a pair of Spurs when he faces Johnny Ringo. Now, I have stated I don't know if he wears the Spurs on the Vendetta ride, but I know when he is at the river, and he gives the speech, that, hell, Doc, why you doing this? And Doc, because Wyatt Earp is my friend. That speech, he's not wearing Spurs. I have went back and looked at like all the screen grabs and stuff. He is not wearing Spurs. And then kind of through the rest of the movie, you don't know he's wearing Spurs on the Vendetta ride because they never really show his boot/feet, But when he battles Johnny Ringo, it's very, very hard to catch, but he wears silver Spurs. And they're not real shiny. And they have a black boot strap with a chrome/nickel square buckle. That's about all you can see. And you can see the back of the Spurs are arched. So I went looking for what I thought would make good Doc Holliday Spurs. Because like I said, there's not much of a photo, but I do have one, and I've kind of analyzed it way more than I probably should have. But I'll come down on this. See how those Spurs are arched like that? That's like Doc's. And the spur straps that I want, I really like them. I think they're probably pretty damn close to what the movie used from what I can tell off them. But like I said, I'm having a hell of a time getting them because the companies just keep sending me something completely different. And I'm going through different places. So when the spur straps come in, I will do a part two of the boots all done up. Now I've done a video on my boots before, but this is just to let everybody know these boots are not exactly like what Val wore. In fact, Val had a coffin type toe on his. These are rounded. These are probably the exact same boots that Harrison Ford wore in Star Wars. So everything that I went and looked, and they're the Han Solo boots. But since I can never find a tall riding boot that, a lot of them have, you can get them, they call them a square toe or a cutter toe, where it looks like just somebody took a knife and just cut that toe off. I don't want those. And I don't want them with the loops hanging over to pull them up. Doc's were on the inside of the boots, like these. So, like I said, until I find a pair that is more accurate, these are going to be my boots for my Vendetta ride outfit. But the Spurs, I went with a stainless steel spur because they're not real shiny. And from what I could tell in the photo of Doc's, they weren't real shiny. So I just went with a stainless, and I really like them. If I can just get the damn boot straps now, or spur straps, I'll be a happy man. So anyway, there it is, part one of Doc Holliday's Spurs that he wears in Tombstone. And until the next video, I'll talk to you later. Bye.